Hey everybody, welcome back to Weekly TNT at Teacher Tech Cafe. This week we're going to be looking at a Google Forms add-on called Check It Out. If you loan things to your students, such as books from your classroom library, and you're constantly chasing down who's got which book, then Check It Out is an add-on you need to get. I'm going to start with a new Google form. I'll just choose a blank form here. Now I need the add-on to make this work. And so if you don't already have any add-ons, which are here in this puzzle piece, you can go to the three dots here, go to add-ons, and you can see all of the different things you can add to your Google Forms. And so I want to look for Check It Out. Now, if I didn't already have the add-on, it would say free here, and I would click on it and add it. I do have it, so now that it's in use, I can click my puzzle piece, click Check It Out, and it's going to ask me to add a question set. Now, I want to add something that lets me know who has an item from my classroom. So I look here, and right now I just have add new because I don't have a question already in my form. And I want it to, instead of a checkbox, I want text with a list box. I had over 200 books in the classroom, and I certainly didn't want to type them all into my list here. If you just had a few items you were checking out, you could certainly use choose from a list. But I'll go with text with list box, and then it shows me the checkout. If everything's checked out, it'll say that, and if everything is checked in, it will say that. You can change those, but those suit me, so I will hit add. Notice on my form that I now have down at the bottom checkout item, check in item, and at the moment all items are checked in. That's great. So now I'm going to title this Things Borrowed from Mrs. Hall. You could call it whatever you want to, but that's what I'll title this. And I want a question. I want to know who is checking that out. So I'm going to type your name, and I will change that to a short answer. And I certainly want to make that required. Now, I don't want to make the other two required because they may be checking out or they may be checking in. I could also add a question to have them if you're running a lot of kids, you may want their email address. If you're working through a school domain, you could also do that in your settings. I'll click up here so that it inserts my title, and we're done. I'm going to go ahead and change the header just because I like to. Not necessary, but I think I'll put this book on here. Now, how do we get this out to kids? Well, we can, of course, embed it in a class website. We could get a link, and that's what I would do, is get the link and most likely save it to the home screen on a tablet in the classroom. If you use Symbaloo to curate websites, you could also put that icon there. So it's up to you how you get this out to your kids, but you would share that link. So let's look at how it works. We'll go into a preview here. And let's say that Sally wants to borrow Alice in Wonderland. So she puts her name, she puts the title of the book, and submit. She's done. Let's go here and see what we have now. I'll go back into edit mode. I can look in my information, and it says Sally has Alice in Wonderland checked out. I can also go into the spreadsheet and I can see Sally, checkout item, Alice in Wonderland. So what happens if someone else wants to check out a book? Let's go back to our form and I will go into preview again. Let's look at how the form has changed. Notice that I have check out, check in, and I have a choice. If I'm Sally and I want to check in Alice in Wonderland, there it is. But let's pretend I'm another student. So John's going to check out, let's see, Think Small. He submits that. And again, we could check to see who has which item. They are both now checked out. Go into my spreadsheet here. I just have a running list in the spreadsheet. Now let's preview one more time. And Sally comes back to the class and she wants to return the book. So instead of checking out, she goes to check in item. She's going to check back in Alice in Wonderland and submit. And when I go to my spreadsheet, it shows that Sally has checked in Alice in Wonderland. Now, I know this doesn't solve all of the world's problems, and kids may not check everything out and in accordingly. But when I was trying to keep up with it in my mind or on a sticky note, I really couldn't do a good job of tracking things down when they didn't get returned. So I hope that this will give you a tool that helps your kids be efficient in the classroom, checking things in and out. Thanks for joining me at Teacher Tech Cafe. And remember, your kids have genius. Let them own it.